Shalom, sister. Peace be. Oh boy, I gotta tell you, man. Shalom, shalom. Water spilling all over. I just wanted to get some water, man. That's all. Beloved, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Whoa, boy, we have a long night. Hopefully, we can make this 2 hours or less. This thing is at least over 27, 28 pages of reports. Yes, beloved, yes, yes. Give me a one if you can hear me and see me well. All praises to the Most High. Again, like I mentioned before, yeah, yes, the whole thing about Saint Germain killing that guy. Some people said through their research they read that Saint Germain was actually Samuel, which I'm starting to think now he could be Samuel. It could. I don't know where. I believe, beloved sister Princess Lily, if she can send me a link to that book, I would be glad to read this book. Welcome, beloved brothers and sisters. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here, beloved. It is very good to be here. We are about to give the Most High glory and praises and credits for every single things that He did for the whole month of August. Now, beloved, a lot of our people are over there in Louisiana. Let me see. I received a couple of email. I haven't get the time to go through them and see exactly what's going on. Let me see. I still got a couple of stuff here. Okay. Okay. So I'll check that later. So what happened is today, beloved, we were praying. There was a lot of things going on out there. A lot of interruption through our prayers. Doing the prayer, they cut the thing, and then after that, I went to my phone, start streaming to the phone, and all of a sudden, out of all the videos that start playing, a video of the beloved brother Big Judah start playing, and we kept praying. We give the Most High glory and praises. I don't know what happened. I didn't do it while I'm streaming. The phone was streaming and a video playing. I never heard of that, but it happened. Just like they did to the brother. They his phone say overheat and then it shut down. Okay, but we did kept going. We did pray because yesterday today is the first we had to open with the prayer of Manasseh. Beloved, September is going to be a beautiful month. We don't know what's going to happen, but August was better than July. July was better than June. June was better than May. May was better than April. April then March. March then February. February then January and so forth. Therefore, September will be better than August. We don't know yet, but we know in our soul, we know in the bottom of our heart, this is gonna be a hell of a year, a hell of a month. It's already a hell of a year. When January 1st entered, this guy was in a dispute with his neighbor over some snow, and he popped both of them. That was a horrible thing. Now, beloved, we cleared that out. I want to again apologize for today. And it's weird that this doctor place, this sleep apnea study thing, it's open at 8:30 p.m. So I had to drop that thing to the sleep apnea place. But again, they give me one night. I barely slept last night, and then one of those things broke. But it said test completed. I fall asleep at 1 a.m. I wake up at 6, and they say minimum of 6 hours. And then the sleep was horrible. They put a little thing in my hand. That thing is horrible, pinching my finger. And then I had to keep switching finger and put it on that finger. Oh man, that whole thing was ridiculous. I'm glad it's one night test. I thought that they want to give me that thing for at least a week, but it's just one night. And then I drop it over there. I met that little lady again. She said I had a good sleep. I took a pill, and then I can't. Last time I took a sleeping pill, that was back in college. That was the only time I had problems sleeping because I was so much under stress of study. And I'm like, okay, hey, all praises. So I just walk away and let her get in her car and go home. I'm not sharing any more of that thing, any more of that wine and stuff. Beloved, thank you. We are going to give it a little moment. Let's see. In 5 more minutes, we'll get into the we'll go into the flood the report talking about the flood. So New York City on the flood and tornado alert. Wow, wow, damn, woo. Okay, I'm in visiting New York City. The whole area is under flood and tornado warning. New York has more than 1 hour, and in 1 hour they receive 1 month of rain. Yeah, those people think to them they think the rain is coming from the clouds. Get out of here. To those people, their little devices show them that the rain is coming from the cloud. That's why they bought their science. Oh, if I'm buffering, brothers, they're gonna cut my internet. It's gonna take at least an hour or 30 minutes to put it back. So bear with me. Yeah. So those people think that these things are coming up from things that they know. For instance, the rain, the massive amount of rain are coming up from the cloud. That's why when they look on their devices, the cloud are behaving pretty well. They don't know where this rain is coming from. They say 1 minute things is right. They look outside and like, hey, it's some rain, and then the next thing they open outside, there's a tidal wave coming. This rain is coming from somewhere. Yeah, this rain is coming from somewhere, and it's not coming from the cloud. Okay, we know where this thing is coming from, brothers. Yes, tornadoes, they are everywhere. Those people, they are busy, beloved. They are busy. Yes, a boom tube. The mother box is bringing everything in here. Yeah, the most I activate the mother box, boom tube are opening everywhere. Portals, ley line are opening, dropping massive amount of rain and very specific location. That's why they look at the hurricane Ida. It was stronger than Katrina, yet it didn't do a lot of damage to certain people, and they are pissed off because they were already there waiting so they can come in and like say, hey, oh man, look at them looters, send the army. Yeah, your army is busy right now. Your national guard is busy in the hospital right now trying to help and save your own people. They are too busy. Oh yes, the flooding in Spain is horrible. Horrible. Every single day, brothers, there is a flood in Europe. Every single day there is a flood somewhere around the world. We got one brother over there in Africa. He said the so-called Fulanis, those guys are not all people. They are catching a lot of hell. In Nigeria is a hundred sword judgment, on hundred heavy judgment. He said if you see some people are getting emotional about this, don't worry about them. This is the work of the Most High. This thing is getting very, very heavy upon anybody loin that come up upon the Most High and try to tell the Most High what to do and try to set up little things and make it seems like prophecies are now being happening. Nah, they've been happening forever since your contract ended in 1492. The moment you sign it, it ended there. It's sealed. There's a countdown in your contract, and ours there's no countdown. Yes, there is a flood in Mexico, Venezuela, and all over South America. Do we have certain super moon or certain lunar eclipse? I believe. Do we have something come up? I believe I did put something in my calendar. Did we have something in there? What is it? What is it? Mm. Hmm. Interesting. On the 6th, is that what that is? On the 7th, they have Wash Anna, some kind of Jewish hish, some kind of Wash Anna. On the 11th is Patriot Day. On the 12th, it's Grandparents Day, National Day of Encouragement. On the 16th, uh, Yom Kippur on 16. The 22nd, first day of fall. And then that's pretty much what we have. I believe we have some type of thing coming up. Beloved, thank you. We are about to begin. Let us read. Let us see what the Father have been doing for the month of August. As usual, for those of you who remember those things, all you have to do is give praises and glory to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All glory. I remember. That was crazy. I didn't catch that. I didn't remember this. I didn't see this. But all praises to the Most High. That's all you have to do. Beloved, let us begin. Now, we will begin. And boy, we have it's so much, beloved brothers, sisters. We're gonna have to take some of them, okay? We'll begin at June. Let's begin at July 30th, okay? I believe. Boy, so much. And July 30th. EF3 tornado hits Traverse and Ben Salem, Pennsylvania. Okay, the whole thing going on over there. Remember the whole tornadoes with the dealership. Okay, three tornadoes hit New Jersey. Two kids found dead doing a traffic stop in Baltimore. One child, they were found dead in that mother trunk car for like at least a year. At least since last year, they've been in the back of the car. So you know what that thing is. A restaurant owner say he won't allow vaccinated people. That Italian fellow, there was a huge landslide that destroyed a road in Seymour, Imakal, India. Okay, so and then a woman got killed in a crash, in a bus crash, and South Florida, Broward County, like you see right now. Which one of you saw the video, beloved, that we received? They are finding out. Let me see. Somebody just give something to the super chest. Krisha Koyafi. Shalom, beloved brother. Shalom. Shalom. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Thank you. There's a video that we released yesterday. Miami-Dade, they are averaging one bus driver a day. They are no more because of the plague. One bus driver a day. In a week, they had at least 7. That's the minimum, 7. They got more though, 7. Now you got 7 bus that can function right because they are short 7 bus drivers. Now they have a lot of backpedaling, brothers, about the whole mandate in the hospital now. In the rural area, they're like, oh yeah, it's not like we want to mandate this thing. It's just because if we mandate it, the people are going to flee. Yeah, yeah, that's what that is. You mandate a lot of people. Some of our brothers and sisters already walk away. They're like, oh, what? Mandate what? I have the power now. Walk away. Did you know those people are bringing curses upon them by making us working for them? Did you know we are not supposed to work since 2019, but they don't wanna? They still make us work. That's more sorrow they are adding. The moment you walk up in those people place of work, you are bringing plagues to them. They don't know that. They don't know that. The more you work, the more things going to happen to those people. And then they are wondering why their work is not working because, yeah, you have the holy children here still working for you. You should retire all of them, give them enough money to survive whatever the years they have for the rest of their life. We see what you did over there in Afghanistan and left those block of money over there. It wasn't a payoff. You guys left them there because you were in hurry. You had to flee there. All right. Let me see. Remember there was an all-out brawl in Venice Beach. It did three regular guys that look like homeless. Those guys were fighting. They were so bad at it. They thought they were homeless, and actually those guys were like regular citizens with job, but they had demons on them. Remember those guys? That dude bring a giant pole. He started. I'm sitting here. I'm like, what is this? What is this, brothers? That guy with the giant pole, out of nowhere. So you heard like a screeching sound, and when everybody turned around, some dude with a pole hitting that other dude, and that guy throwing punch. It seems it's. Is he trying to hit the guy with the punch? He was throwing the punch like the dude is right in front of him, but he's throwing the punch. He's throwing the punch so short, it felt like he wanted to hit him himself. And the guy with the pole is beating the other dude. And then he's keep yelling at that guy, poking him with the stick. And then everybody, brothers, you thought people would have run and stuff. Everybody just walking around like this is regular hish going down there. And then in the same day, brothers, remember that pizza fight and that pizza restaurant? A brother came in to get a pizza. Next thing he get up and he see face fight. People are fighting faces. There's a dude. He left up one of those pizza flippers thing. and he hit the guy in the face with it. The guy fell. He got on top of the guy, and then he started beating the crap out of the dude. That guy's like, okay, 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 okay. Stop beating the guy. Ah! Ah! The guy said, like, stop. He keep beating the dude. He took one of those the giant thing for the sauce, and he stopped hitting the guy in the head. I'm like, what happened? One dude say, hey man, I came in to get my pizza. Next thing I know, people are throwing fists left and right. I just step outside, I left them. That's exactly what you need to do. That's exactly what you do. The moment you open the door, brothers, oh hell no, I'm not gonna get involved with this. Close the door, get out. Leave. Give the Most High, say, all praises to the Most High, let the Most High deal with this. I'm out of here. Yeah, that guy said, man, I just came in together. And he said, till this day, I'm waiting for my pizza. After the fight, the guy went in there. He said, hey, man, yeah, I'll order a pizza. I said, you're not getting it. For what? Because they get impatient. And they saw some guys was harassing some woman. Since when you guys... yeah, that guy said fists are flying everywhere. The people are fighting. Like, what the hell is going on here? Things like that, brothers, they used to happen in the hood. Still happening, but you don't see it as much. Right now, it's much hype, hype, hype. Yeah, man, the whole thing, people are fighting. You're like, what's going on there? Well, it happened on the same day at the Venice fight. Okay. So there was a neighbor, and they were in disbelief. A 14-year-old boy shot and killed a 44-year-old woman. And the guy that was giving the interview, his shirt, beloved brother, I reform caught that. His shirt has a symbol that say Mount Zion on it. Okay, so and the same day, two suspects arrested in the murder of a 60-year-old woman. Remember that woman? Two-third walk up in her house. She was cleaning. She just moved. She just bought the house. Oh no, her children bought the house. She was helping them move, set things up and stuff. Two-third get in there. They shot her. They killed her. They took everything that they had in there. Yeah, a vessel closed after a 14-year-old boy jumped to his death. New York City, Somalia accused of setting fire to dining structure owner. Yeah, remember that guy? He go around. He set everything on. He was a wine tester. This is a real job in New York. You can become a wine testing. That's a job. Yeah, that guy's a wine tester. Apparently, he's the most exquisite fellow over there, the most luxury. That you got to pay this guy to test your wine. You gotta call this dude and plead with him and say, sir, we have a wine tasting month and we have this new wine that we're trying to promote. Will it please you, sire, to report to our establishment for a very generous sum of fee? And then that guy will show up. Somehow, I don't know what happened. That guy got pissed off at people and set up everything on fire. I have no idea. I'm like, wine tasting is a job? Somalia? Is that what that is? Is that what they call it? A Somalia? I have no idea. Oh man, if I was an alcoholic, that would be my first job. Unfortunately, I am not. Okosanya? The same thing, brothers. Did you know they have this is a great idea for you folks out there that want to go ahead and swag it. Well, not me. In the book of the Pillar of Fire, remember, brothers and sisters, there is a group of women that are fake mourners. You hire those women to mourn your dead. They will come in your funeral, bare breasts, and they will beat their breasts, and then they will scream. Those are not real mourners. Those are people they pay to mourn. That was during the time Israel was in bondage in Egypt. So they have fake mourners. They will hire them because the guy, whoever that died, was a scumbag. Nobody want to mourn this guy, and nobody want to mourn that. Then they will pay those mourners. My mind just blew. I'm like, wow, this is a great idea. You can make an app, call it, mourners, and people having funeral, nobody show up. You hire a bunch of people, you pay them to come in your funeral and start screaming and then mourn that guy. If you had a marriage, you don't want your family to come. You want strangers to come there. You you invite strangers. I'm like, wait, those are mourners? That was a job? Okay, all right then. I was surprised. Like, really? Anyway, So okay, sommelier. Wow. A wine tester. I never knew this. Over 12 hurt when commuter bus slammed into elevated subway pillar on the Bronx. Again, the whole thing with bus transportation keep crashing, people are hurting. Transport the Mossad is taking down the transportation. I believe that was a shooting. The guy that got shot in his hand, he was 66 years old. The boss was number 84. You know what to do. Salmon are sick and dying in Columbia River. The heat was too much. Okay. Aztec dancer was in Mexico. They blew the conch, which is another way the Mossad was telling us war is coming or somebody was fleeing. There you go in Afghanistan. As many as 11 high school athletes have died in 7 months from heat stroke. You know, every month they got at least one or two die from heat stroke. Okay. And there was a remember this one. Oh, this one was way out of line. A guy break inside someone house. He saw the guy. He was a senior citizen. And the senior told him, "Hey man, step back." And the senior had a cane in his hand. The senior said, "Hey man, step back, get out of my house." And then the guy said, "What you gonna do?" And the guy run into him, and the senior take 2 step back, and he pull up the cane, baby. The cane had a sword. The cane had a mighty sword in it. Oh man, Pop's wailing on him, man. The old senior put the cane, he pulled up the cane had a sword. I'm like, yo, this is gangster. He actually stopped the guy, man. He actually stopped the guy to the point he almost killed him. You know, he stepped back, he hold the sword. The guy didn't know, he thought it was a cane, and the cane turned out to be a sword. I'm like, all praises to the Most High. Literally, brothers, people are getting destroyed by the sword. Little thing by the sword. Yeah, that was a whole retired superhero, some retired Zorro. This dude probably did some certain things when he was working for a certain group of people. And that guy entered, that was an old retired samurai. That guy entered his house, tried to rob him. That guy pulled off a sword, man. I'm telling you, man, the whole thing, you're like, yo, a month ago before that, we have a dude. They literally stoned the dude to death. He had a gun, brother. They chased the guy down. They stoned his ass to death with literal stone, not just like metaphorically speaking, literal stone. They stoned the guy to death. And then you got another dude that bring it that he stopped. He literally take his sword. He stopped the guy. All praises to the Most High, man. Like crazy stuff going on out there, man. Man. Um. Uh. Yeah, that was like a bunch of kids, a bunch of guys. They stole a firefighter cars with all his gear. That was in Cooper City, I believe, in Broward County. A woman gave birth to 9 baby. A Mali mothers, you can remember her. She said there was a gift from God, and there was a mailbox number 331. He was a 16-year-old deadly shooting, and son. The son was a modern son charged with homicide. The mother and the son went and shoot that 16-year-old. The guy that they shot is 16 years old. You know what to do. And the mailbox where they killed the guy, the mailbox is 331, and the guy was 16 years old. You know what to do. On the same day, a good Samaritan in Salem put out a balcony fire. There was a 9.5 earthquake that went to Alaska, and okay, Pastor Bureau was among the 18. 1 plus 8. You know what to do. That was Nab in the sex trafficking sting. These guys work for 40 he worked for children. And then there was residents. Remember the resident in Spain? They were forced to buy portable water, and one of the sign, and then he say number 40. Okay, the water dry out, and then they were forced to buy water. And right now there's a flood, and Spain. So, in August the 1st, finally we get to August, homicide numbers rise in major American cities. They are seeing the sword, brothers. The sword is getting way too deep because you know why? The reason they worry about this because they are not controlling it. Okay, back then, you know what they used to do. I explained this before. They used to go in a specific area in our hood. They will do their little ritual. They will see where the ley line, the negative ley line, is there, and doing where there's negative ley line there, they will bring spirits and they will bind the spirits in that area. And then in this area, they will leave crates of guns, drugs. They will release all the violent prisoners that they have, and they will quarantine them in this area. They'll say you cannot go over in that area. Stay over there. If we catch you over there, you get life in prison. And then this prisoner learn a lot of things inside prison, and then he will teach the guy outside. And then those spirit that they bind in those area, they will jump in our brothers, and then they will do a lot of stuff. So, and then they tell the news, focus on this area. The more attention, the more other demons will hear, they will go to this area. Now they are seeing this is not only this area, it's everywhere. It's in their suburb, it's in the hood, it's literally all over the planet. They see a 16% increase. They are not controlling this. They are not putting the crate of guns in the hood anymore. I believe just today, Texas made it legal to buy swords without getting a permit. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what they do, brothers. That's what they do. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people are leaving the city because one, they are dying, and two, you know, and stuff. Yeah, they did this in Chicago. There's an old report. I must see if I can find it. I will profile this old report that came in back in 1987. The guy said, yeah, but we saw you guys coming with a big tractor trailer loaded with guns and drugs. You just drop it in the hood. They said we saw this. That's what they were doing to our people. Okay. All right. Firefighters gain 74% of the bootleg, but the bootleg fire is still burning. Okay, the bootleg fire containment had over 161 homes got destroyed, and 200 other buildings, and over 300 cars got destroyed. Okay, the passengers were stranded in Fort Lauderdale following Spirit Airlines. Remember the whole fiasco with Spirit Airlines, cancel everything. There was a brother sitting on the floor. They asked the brother some question. He said something very funny. I forgot what he said. But Spirit was canceling flight left and right. I don't know if they're still doing this. There was a shoot that remember, 5 injured in Bourbon Street Saturday night in New Orleans, at least a dozen gunshot. Remember the sister causes, the sister says something will come to Louisiana. Pray the Messiah for something to come upon the city of New Orleans because those people over there are wicked. Look what happened. There was a tanker caused large fire after fuel spill and fell to the ramp I-95 that was right there in Davie Boulevard. There was an anti-health pass protest in France. France is like, those people are battling everything. They want the passport. There was baseball side hailstorm in Brazil. Okay. There was let me see. Okay. 108 people got struck in Highway 70 in Glenwood Canyon following multiple large mudslides. Okay. All right. On August the 2nd, and people run to take shelter after a tornado hit a car dealership. And a man struck, killed by hit and run driver in Santa Monica, California. There was a car crash into newly opened Horseman Deli in Sleepy Hollow, New York. They just opened the deli, and then and somebody went in there and then crashed the car. The car catch on fire, and the guy said, "Hey man, they better come here and help us clean." All right. There was a funeral held for the legendary rapper Biz Markie. That was in New York. It happened on August the 2nd. All praises to the Most High. There was a fire that engulfed a Tesla. It just sit in the street and the fire happened. Where the Tesla sit in the street, the name of the street was Utah Street, aka Judah Street, Yahudah. There was a coyote spotted in Hollywood Hills. They were not supposed to be there, but you've been seeing a lot of coyote. Hesh over there starting the beginning the third cure for vulnerable citizen. Do you know Hesh are catching a lot of hell over there right now? Hesh is catching a lot of hell. You know how proud those people were? They removed the main dates. They removed all stuff. They are catching hell. Little. We brought this in one of the videos. They will put everything back because they cannot defeat the Most High plague. All praises to the Most High. Thailand has seen an explosion of plague caused amid third wave of infection. Thailand seems overwhelmed. The hospital morgue. They had to put people in a people die in outside cars. Okay, that was the whole thing was messed up. There was an 18 and a 19-year-old killed on TikTok star in a movie theater. Anybody remember that? They were going to see a movie, The Purge, the final Purge, something Purge movie. And then some guy, beloved, the guy just walk up in there for no reason. He didn't know them. They didn't know him. He walk up to them. He says, since you guys are going to the movie, here's some popcorns. And then he left. The same thing happened a few days ago. The guy walk up, this two-third walk up in Miami in front of the day, and he give the guy a bag of popcorn, and then he dance in front of him and stuff. The same thing happened in Publix. That guy walk up to a mother or grandmother and their child and give them each a bag of popcorn and give himself a bag of popcorn. For no reason, brothers. You see those things are happening. And they are happening at an alarming rate, and they know that. There was a tornado that hit Andropol, Zver in Russia. Texas, there was a crazy storm, a huge hailstorm. There was burning trees split in half after lightning in near Big Bear. Remember that tree, that lightning tree that split the tree, the lightning that split the tree in half. It just hit it and then the tree split. All praises. All right. So Lindsey Graham is in quarantine. Plague surge and the third wave in India begins this month. 27 cities in China. Australia reported a surge in Sydney. Military is being used to enforce lockdown. Yes, Australia, they use their military. They don't give an arm, man. They just use their military, the police to beat you up, and then they will fine you $3, $4, $8,000 if they find you outside. Okay, the Delta case threatened China economic recovery. Those people. Authority believe teen girls were fleeing hit and run before fatal crash. Speed limits is 40. Okay. Okay. So and then that was like remember the guy that was in the boat? He was filming some dolphin, and next thing you know, like over 60 of them show up. Those are huge signs, brethren. Those are huge signs of dolphins going, and then they were all over the book. And there was a heavy rain in Utah. Okay, there was a heavy rain in Utah in a city named Enoch. And the guy standing there, he literally said, Noah, Noah warned Enoch that there's massive flood coming. For those of you who remember that guy, give all praises and glory to the Most High. Okay, there was let me see, boy. All right, that was in and that same day we had a prayer called sabotage upon their evil plan. Okay, that's why we see the whole thing in Afghanistan happen. You don't know what those people were going to do over there. The Messiah sabotaged their plan, They could not do anything. Okay. Um, and then that was in the same day. Remember the dude? There was a guy, beloved. There was a guy. He was flying a little drone. Some odd reason, brothers. For some odd reason, the drone hit one of the building, one of the 11th. We don't want to say because today's September 1st, 10 more days is gonna become the anniversary of this thing. The drone hit that building. Nobody didn't see that. But the guy reported it. They arrested the guy. They said, "Are you a terrorist?" and stuff like that. I said, "No, man, I'm just a regular dude in New York, and I was going around, and then my drone hit the building and stuff." That was that day. Crazy things, crazy things. All right, we'll see. That was something, but we'll see what the Most High gonna say again. Um, yes, there was a man walking in Utah. He got taken away by that flood. You see how fast the flood came in. He was at work. He heard a rushing water. By the time he run, the water came and took him out. Okay, over 800 people were evacuated out of the home in Sicily, Italy. That was when the fire was burning the whole town, the whole island of Sicily. Okay, after a fire broke, it was like 53 acres. August 3rd, there was a forest fire which was so bad in Russia it blacked the sun. The smoke of this fire, beloved, reached the North Pole. It never happened. Smoke never get into the North Pole. Yet the fire, which is still burning at this day in Russia, the smoke is all the way up in South Pole and North Pole. They can see it in their little devices. The Turkey wildfire continued. Flame filled the sky. Inferno raging, killing 8. Rise in suicide cases among DC. 2 police officers who responded to the U.S. Capitol riots die by suicide. Okay, so there was again, brothers, 2 police officers who responded to the U.S. Capitol riots died by suicide. They don't know what happened. Those guys. Okay, maggots fill Lido Beach in Florida after red tide fish kill fisher warriors about their livelihood. Urgent force tempest caused destruction in Russia. I didn't know Russia had hurricane. It was a huge hurricane. Okay, there was a strong winds, battered China, rip off roof, tree fallings, the dam break. It was like a derecho. Somebody made the define this word derecho. Okay, it's like a lane hurricane. Crazy. All right. There was a dude and his family. They were in a car in China, and then the car slipped. And instead of that scumbag to get out of the car, he ran after the car. He opened the door. He got inside of it. For some reason, he could not stop it. Crazy things. Whew. There was a flood, in the U.S. It happened in Utah. The basement flooded, the toilet overflowed. The whole thing was stuff. The plague surge was worse than the storm. It was over 100,003 cases a day. Right now, it's over 150,000 a day. A day, brothers. Over 150,000 cases a day. This is no joke. Yet, okay, so there was a nurse. She was crying about her family, family that she met, that she know, that went to the ICU. Okay, and over there in New York, I believe. A 36-year-old woman, pro skater border, charged with first-degree murder after Wheaton. Remember that guy? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Remember that guy? He used to be one of those MTV scumbag two-third doing skateboard. Somehow he got into an argument with his best friend and he killed him. He shot and killed him for a woman. Crazy thing. Pentagon officer and suspects were in fight. Both of them died. That happened on August 3rd. Remember the Pentagon? Till this day, beloved, they never told us what went down in the Pentagon. Anybody knew what happened over there? Please elaborate. Let me drink some water while somebody tell us what happened over there. What was the cause of that? What was this guy motive? What happened? You understand now? You understand? Most likely, that guy that caused that thing over there at the Pentagon, he probably had some knowledge about Afghanistan. He probably had some knowledge it was going to be an embarrassing thing for them, and he was trying to stop them from withdrawing the people. Most likely, that's what I'm getting. Nothing. You'll never know. They said some dude randomly come over there, shot at an officer. The officer shot at him. What? What's going on here? Did you know the Pentagon is where they give the orders for the sword to go? The sword gonna go this way. Pull up the sword that way. Shh. Till this day, brothers, nobody know anything. Hmm. On the same day, there was a woman. Her name was America. She got killed by her abusive boyfriend. She was decapitated, and a bunch of people came in to mourn America. You tell me. There was a dude for five guys from New Jersey got kicked off the airplane for not wearing masks, and they actually get arrested. Um, so that was a federal police officer killed in an attack, and that's when the priest of Mahan. Anybody remember the name of the priest that was going over there? Anybody remember the name of that priest that was going to the Pentagon for a mass? He was going to pray for a mass. We know they were going to do their little witchcraft, and then we pray against them, and then this happened. Anybody remember the name of the father something? His name was the Pentagon priest. And then now we just find out they were doing mass at the Pentagon. That's what Rodney Jones, Gabriel. The dude name was actually Father Gabriel. So he say, "Hey, what was your name?" He said, "My name is Father Gabriel." This is crazy. They asked the guy, "Hey, what's your name?" He said, "My name is Father Gabriel." I'm like, "Oh, praises to the Most High." Brethren, I had no idea they did mass. There's an actual church inside of the Pentagon. There's an actual church in there. That dude say, yeah, my name is Father Gabriel. What? Oh man, all praises to the Most High, man. It show you the angels are reporting beautifully, and you know which angels that did this? It was Gabriel. All praises, man. That thing was beautiful. Anyway, on August 4th, there was a small earthquake near Columbia, Maryland overnight. Okay. Athens burned down, the capital of Greece, okay, burned down the whole fire that was in Greece. It burned down the 12 mythos, whatever thing gods they were worshiping over there. It burned it down, okay. There was an unfamiliar phenomenon in the sky of Romania, lightning, storm like firecracker in Botswana, and we know they were fighting those giant menhir, the metal menhir, all over the place. One of them was Romania. That's why we see all those fires all going around the world. Those are the place they had menhir and like metal menhir. So the Surfside security guard describing escaping collapsing condo. Remember that that sister, the sister that fell, that was inside of the condo, and then the whole thing pancake. She was the sole survivor. Out of hundreds of people that was in this building, which they're still lying about that number, she was the only person who survived. She said she don't know how she got out. She said, all I saw was a window, and I went to the window. Next thing I know, I was walking outside. It's by the grace of God that I'm alive. All praises to the Most High. The Most High showed to us only Him out of all the people that's going to be destroyed. Only you will be saved. And you will go through a certain windows. They won't be able to go through that. I'm pretty sure when that window opened in front of her, there were others there. Remember when the cop said, is anybody alive? Say, yes, there's a lot of people out there. And the cop say, anybody there? And then the people say, yes, a lot of us. There's an old woman. Horrible things. You can hear those people and they are no more. You know how horrible that is? All praises to the Most High. Car crash. Let me see. The Lebanon's fired rocket toward Hish. An 8-year-old girl killed when a store railing collapsed in the Bronx and killed her. Men on a wheelchair saved after failing in the subway track. Street racing likely to blame the fiery Burbank wreck, which killed 3 and 2 injured. Remember the father? He said he was just talking to her daughter. The daughter was headed up to work, and then a couple of rich kids and some Mercedes racing, and then they hit the Volkswagens. They survived, but the daughter didn't. There was refugees found packed in a truck that were from Afghanistan. So okay, they were fleeing Afghanistan. All right, there was an apocalypse in Saudi Arabia, a powerful storm that flooded this Sharjah desert. Okay, there was a landscaper. Remember that landscaper brother that was doing his landscaping job, and then a little 61-year-old woman came in with a gun and threatened him, and then she went to prison and stuff. Crazy, man. The Dixie Fire still going on. The Dixie Fire rages and evacuation orders. Okay, hundreds of dead fish found floating in Oakland County Lake. They think it's a virus, which is a plague. Okay, plague number 3. Okay, pestilence among the cattle. Cattle mean animals. August 5th, there was a historic California town incinerated by swift-moving fire, the Dixie Fire. The Dixie Fire burned the whole town to the ground. The major news, don't say anything. Shut the hell up. Don't be bringing that here. And somebody brought a very interesting meaning about the word Dixie. You know, when anytime you hear Dixie music, the whole Dixie's Confederate, yeah, the Confederate town. Thank you, Shirley Moana. Dixie, the Confederate town, it burned it to the ground, burn, nothing left. How the hell you want all those insurance money start paying you how stuff? Get out of here, man. Everything is burning down and stuff. Yeah, so the fire, remember they were fighting in Turkey, they find a strange monolith. They did find the menhir, the metal menhir, in February the 5th. Now, look what happened to that exact same place they found it. The whole resort is burned to the ground. There was an earthquake in China. 6 quake hit China, kills and 10,000 people and injured. They never give the number. Dead bodies found floating in Ethiopian river. That water going over there, Tigray or Tigray or whatever they call it. Stay out of it. 9 miles pre-flood rock and found in Amazon. Okay, remember that 9-mile rock? Can you imagine this, brothers? A 9-mile long rock, a stone that is 9 miles. They find in the Amazon that has art in it. You don't hear anything about this in the news. Everybody shut the hell up. We are using LiDAR and we find out there's way more land than we could ever possibly imagine. They'll find out there are way more cities, places that they could never go. At the end of the blessing, that's the Most High marking them. Yeah, that was an Indiana woman accused of killing husband chopping off his body and asking the kids to dispose him. She literally oh, oh, I'm evil. Oh man, I am evil. This woman, she had a list, brother. She wrote the list. How she gonna murder the fellow? Feed him this, poison him with that. She literally said poop. She said smear poop in his eye, put poop in his mouth and stuff. She literally he out of all those things she put in the list, she didn't do none of them. She just walked up to the guy and shot him 2 times in the chest and killed him and chop off his body. Brother, the whole thing, you sit there like, man, there are some demons out there, man. The Most High release a lot, man. And I'm sitting there. Why would you just kill the fellow? Why would you warp like chocolate? What is this? Why would you do this? What she literally wrote it down in part of the list. After everything, squat on that fellow face and push as hard as you can and drop your butt into his face and and smear it all over his face. I don't know, for some reason when the cop get here, it's like, wait, this guy died because there was so much Haitian in his face. He died. I don't know, brothers. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, why would somebody do this? It's all of the Most High, man. Crazy things. Oh. Mm. And then that same day, Eric Reinbold arrest after being spotted on trail camera in northern Minnesota. He killed his wife. And then he flee. They caught him in some trail camera. Mins gets very ecstatic when he spot massive grade inside of a huge thunderstorm. That was the very first time in August 5th. Which one of you remember? When the guy literally, brothers, with his literal phone, vertically, of course, I despise people's filming portrait and vertically, he filmed the sky. He actually show you the ley lines going through the sky like grids. You literally, the Most High literally show you the literal line, the literal ley line. For those of you who remember this thing, give the Most High praises and glory. You actually saw the ley line. He saw them. They were in the sky because the ley line are both, they're all over. They are in the sky. They are on this physical earth. They are in space. They are in the water. They are everywhere. All praises to the Most High. Crazy things. On August 5th, Bill Gates opened up about his divorce and Jeffrey Epstein. Gates says that the marriage was a great partnership. Again, marriage is a business. Those people, marriage is a business. The moment the business becomes sour, we're gonna go into this partnership and stuff. The blessing is done. We had a great one, and boy, I did want it to wipe out 70% or 90% of Africa, but hey, can't do that. The priesthood of Mahan lied to them. Those guys don't know anything. I keep telling you, give Bill Gates a pot in water, you won't even know how to boil it. On August 6th, Sydney outbreak hits records. Melbourne enters back into lockdown, number 6. The fire was still over Greece, okay? 6 people died, dead after a sight of seeing plane crash in Alaska. They were from 7-day cruise, okay? Ocean City, Maryland, 12-year-old girl beaten by sharks, okay? Now you see a bunch of people getting beaten by sharks. All right. Chester is a home of 2,000, saving Chester from the Dixie Fire. 91 structures destroyed. Psalm 91, verse 4, talking about the plumes, the feathers, and this fire happened in Plumas County. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. The most I show you, you are under Psalm 91, verse 4. They are under Psalm 94. Okay, incredible. It snowed in Chile. Okay, that's the same day. There was a blizzard. Okay, suspect arrested in the murder of banking executive Michelle Avon. Her name is Michelle, the female version of Michael. She was 48 years old. You know what to do. The guy that killed her, he was 52 years old. You know what to do. You know which angel that did this. Brothers, when you hear people like that die, they are no more. That means this person, that bank, whatever, the manager or executive, whatever, she had something to do that did something to our people or caused something to happen to our people. The most I put her in that judgment. Okay. In 10 days, 6 members of Jacksonville Impact Church died from the plague. The pastor said they were offering the cure. And then after that, 800 people came in and take the cure in the church. Remember that church over there in Jacksonville? Okay, 15 to 20 members in the hospital, another 10 at home, which plague, and 3 to 5 got the cure, also have the plague. Okay, so out of 5 people that have the cure, 3 of them have the plague. The 2 of them, they don't know what happened till now. 50 families rescued from apartment building in Hempstead. Argument on social media may have led to murder. She doesn't remember anything. High on drugs. 2 women, they were doing meth something, and then an argument broke out over Facebook, and then she went over to that older woman house and put her hand to the argument. New York City PD search for suspect in shocking killing of women in Brooklyn. Remember that woman? She opened the door. Till this day, they haven't found this woman. And that happened in August the 6th. 5 more days gonna give a month. This woman came out of a car in the middle of a midst of bunch of people. She pulled up a sword. She popped that woman in the head. The woman fell. Everybody run, and then she popped her in the head again while she was in the ground. And she calmly walked in the car and left. Nobody saw the tag. The camera didn't cut anything. Till this day, they never found this woman. Okay, so Tic Tac Timbo the redneck died at 18 years old. He was doing a donut in his truck. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. The Mosai threw him out of the truck. The angel lifted up the truck and put it right on top of him. And you're seeing there's a lot of TikTokers out there. They are no more. We give the Most High praises and glory. We remember those days. We remember those miracles that he did. California deputy suffered fentanyl overdose after exposure to substance on patrol. Remember that police officer? He didn't do the job, bro. He didn't do the drug, beloved. Do you know how dangerous a drug like that is? It's not a dust of the drug fell on him. A little dust fell on him. And next thing you know, and then he fell. His heart stopped. He stopped breathing. He OD. And I believe one sister said, only a demon wants to do a drug like this, man. Only a demon, beloved brothers, will do such a drug. He didn't even do the drug. A dust fell on him. He OD. All praises to the Most High. We remember all those things. And this plague is heavy. The whole plague is all over the place. August 17, okay? August 7. The government of Thailand, there was more than 100 fire burning, describing fire of biblical proportion. That was over there in Greece, okay? So 3 largest wildfire in history. The Dixie Fire exploded across 4 counties. The U.S. Embassy urges American citizens to leave Afghanistan immediately. That was on August 7th, and the delay was on August the 31st. So there are no more people in there. Everybody left. Yeah, that was a damaged river. A large streams caused $105 million on a Mexican city, Santillo, Mexico. Heavy rains against in London, flooded streets, flooded home and shops. Shocking time lapse shows Turkey wildfire spread over the hills in Milas. Strong winds exacerbated in fire in Greece. Greece was getting his ass handed over to him. And then the guy that came in, when the Greek guy that came in, they were interviewing him, and then in his chest, in his shirt, there's a show an image of a horseman riding a horse. You know, the guy, like, I don't know, he probably had a sword in his hand, which is the symbol of the, you know, the horseman. When we told the horsemen to ride in the midst of those people, yes, they are, and they reported. And the excuse me, the Nile virus infected mosquito, genetically modify. Well, again, you perverted a mosquito. You cannot genetically modify a mosquito. Men cannot genetically modify food or thing. They perverted an apple. You cannot create it in an apple. You can pervert it in an apple. You can take a donkey, you cross it with a horse, you got a mule. You perverted the mule and the donkey. You did not create it. You perverted the donkey and the horse. You did not create a mule. Never let any man telling you, oh, they create this in the lab, they create that in the lab. They can't. They perverted in the lab. Oh, this man went to this lab and then the doctor made him a woman. No, you perverted this man into a woman. You contaminated this. You chopped up his third leg and give him an oven. You cannot create. Only the Most High can create. Do not ever let anybody telling you, oh, those are things they created in the lab. No, those are things they perverted in the lab. That's what that is. Men cannot create. They can only pervert it. The fallen angels could not create their own children. They have to rape a woman to make their giants. That's what that is. They cannot create. They don't have any clone technology. They are making people. They can't. If those people had the so-called clone technology, all of them would have stayed home and they would have sent their clone to work for them. And then they will have to tell the clone, you don't bother come home. Just work, get that plague, and I'm sitting home. And then when you catch that plague, just go in and we're in the wilderness and die. If those people had the clones, they will have cloned over 1 million of them and give them guns and go over there in Afghanistan and never left. If those people had the power to create clone, they would have cloned 1 million clone, and then each of them with a bucket of water, loaded with water, they would have put all the fire in California. If those people had clone, they would have cloned like 1 billion of them. They will have go ahead over there and clean Louisiana. If those people had technology to do the whole cloning thing, they would have just wiped you out. They wouldn't even care about your numbers. That is because they have none of those things. They have little devices like Solovar say, that little cell phone, iPhone. They have none. Stop letting those people telling you that they can create life. They can't. Blasphemy. Never come upon the loin of the Father by giving another man or another creature glory over him and say, oh, they can create. Blasphemy. I rebuke you, demons. You can't create anything. You people are pervert. You will corrupt the heart of men. You cannot create it, man. If you could create, you wouldn't be here. You would have just opened a portal, get into that certain thing, go to another place, create a whole new planet, and then live over there. You can't. The job of Satan is to attempt to be like the Most High. You know, always take credit for the Most High. Blasphemy. Let us keep on moving. Oh, what is this? Well. Genetically modified mosquito garbage. All right. Isaac Bruce, the beloved brother Isaac Bruce. Which one of you remember the beloved brother's speech? Remember that? The brother say, there is great plan. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Anybody remember that? Isaac Bruce, Ben Isaac Bruce. Out of all the name, the guy name was Isaac. Okay, beloved brother, I will found play with him in football. Yes, the brother said, there's great things. That was a message from the Most High. He said, I love you. Father say, I love you. For to us, it was a message, but to others, it was just like things, hype up, subscribe to their channels and stuff. But to us, it was a message. All praises to the Most High. For all of you that witnessed this, Give glory unto the Most High. Okay, it was a powerful thing. That wasn't a little thing. This thing had millions of views. People on my channel saw it. People on other channels saw it. Other people on social media, they know what's going on. To hell with the two-thirds that refuse to come in. To hell with everybody, Jews and Gentiles alike, that choose to cover their heart. To hell with them. Hmm. Okay. All right. There was a drought in Kazakhstan. Okay, the horses are dying, and horses in Kazakhstan is a big commodity. The same way you see in India, they don't eat cow beef, and here we eat beef. Over there in Kazakhstan, they eat horses, and they even drink their milk. The horse milk is a very nutritious thing to the Kazakhstan over there. So their horses are dying because there's no food. All right. So, on August 8th, Carnival Vista Cruise returned to Port Galveston after a small outbreak of plague on board. There was a flash flooding in Omaha, Nebraska, due to rapid run of fire and a run of water. The height of the storm visibility was down to zero. Okay. There was a flooding in China. Update: the Dixie Fire in Gulf area larger, bigger than New York City, 450,000 acres. This is no joke. That wasn't a little thing, man. 450,000 acres. The Most already removed all the animals. They know this thing was going to come, okay? People were living in Turkey. There was a fire still going on. Minnesota, there was a plane crash into home, okay? And then there wasn't nobody in the home, but the guy in the plane didn't make it. A suspect taken custody by SWAT team, police in Broward County. You know, he had a gun and he had a he showed his gun to a little woman and her child. Okay, sign from the sky, the hellfire, the sun disappears, a huge storm in Talaya, Turkey. A pregnant woman killed during crash sparked by road rage driver. Remember the brother that was going home in California and something tell him take the other route and he took it. And then by the time he returned, he saw that crash, that pregnant woman die, and the Holy Spirit put it in his eye, said that could have been you, but the Most High spared you. Psalm 91. Okay, a bear spotted inside a grocery store. The bear was in Los Angeles. The bear just walk up in there, look for a few items, shopping, stick some few stuff, walk right past of the register. Let me see. Update: the local impact church put the vaccine. Yeah, the pastor came in and give the vaccine. There was a woman that came in, they caught her on camera, brothers. She throw certain things on the Virgin Mary statue and light it on fire. And August 9th, Russia is on fire. The smoke reached the North Pole, brothers. This thing was really, really, really big. Arkansas run out of ICU beds. Only 25 ICU bed was available. Okay. All right. Ania Blendon kill, men injured when speeding car, jump curbs and bus station. It's the guy. This is crazy. The woman, I believe, that went over the curve, killed the guy. She was 66, and the guy that she killed, he was also 66, and the guy was in a wheelchair. The guy was just waiting for the bus. She jumped the woo. Radio host Dick Farrell, the other Rush Limbaugh, he didn't make it. And Miami apartment building evacuated after being deemed unsafe. 5050 Northwest 7th Street. 5050 Northwest, perfect judgment. Okay, California wildfire. 88 structures destroyed. 8 plus 8, you know what to do. 1 plus 6, you know what to do. Scott and Becky said they were to rebuild, and we bought them Malachi 1 and 4. 2-year-old shoots and kill his father in Gastonia. The man was 29. How, brothers? How does a 2-year-old, that's not even a little boy, a little toddler, 2 years old, find a gun, go to his father, put it in the back of his head, and pull the trigger. I don't know how this happened. All praises to the Most High. Cotton video, 3 shots in center of city, Philadelphia, 66 markers happened. Lombard Street, 1300, celebrating 21st birthday. No, 21, the whole thing. Boy, let me see. A 50-year-old Italian farmer has been arrested after cameras filmed starting the fire in Naples. I don't know what happened. That guy was this farmer. I don't know what happened. Maybe his crops is not good. That guy was setting fire all over the field. They are arresting him. All praises. And August 10th, a devastated flood has hit France. Again, Europe underwater. LA County plague hospitalization nearly double in 2 weeks. Dr. Michael says, diagnosed kids 17 and under, age 30 to 50 years old. Dr. Richard Cabrera. I know, like, weird. Why was this guy name is Richard Cabrera? But anyway, shout out to the beloved sister Lisa Cabrera. Say that is spreading faster. Andrew Cuomo resigns following sexual harassment allegation. So you believe that those Andrew Cuomo's guys are the elite? Nah, man, the church, the elites are in your church. See, the church been doing what Andrew Cuomo been doing ever since Andrew Cuomo was in his father's test. Andrew Cuomo wasn't even born, the church was doing this. But yet nothing happened to them. Right now, he's not under the blessing, so, they get him. So, there was a fatal fortune, a lottery winner. Remember that lady that won the lottery, and then she won $1 million, $2 million, and her husband killed her. She told her husband, "All right, well, I'm rich now, and I'm leaving you, and I'm taking the kids to husband." So, oh hell no, we living together. And the husband took her and took himself. Okay, there was a landlord in Las Vegas who killed 2 tenants. Okay, he shot the man 9 times. Okay, he went over there, he shot the woman, he was laughing, he get out. The guy get out of the house. They saw him smiling, laughing with his gun in his hand. He was a senior. That man was like 80-something years old. Why you're gonna sentence him for like life in prison? Get out of here, man. He took 3 lives, I believe. All right. Some dude got beat by a venom copperhead and stuff like that. Legendary Mexican Vicente Fernandez died at 81 years old. Somehow, somewhere, that guy slept in 4 and he was in ICU. He died. That's what they say. Don't be quoting me. They say this guy slept in 4. He got into an ICU. He died. I don't know. That's what they said. Crazy things, brother. Crazy things. Okay. And in Malaysia, there was this Malaysian dude. This isn't his first time though. They caught him trying to flee. The country's on lockdown. Nobody leaves. He planned to swim, brothers. 4,830 miles. They got, he got like, they caught him 600 feet. Yes, well. Yes, Bridget. The guy literally planned to swim 4,000 miles so he can go to Mecca to worship Allah. That's some real devotion right there. 4,000 miles. That's like this. That's like that guy in New York. He swim from New York to Hawaii. How you play? They find him for 500 feet, and then they're like, not again. This dude, man, Yo, what is it with you, dog? They crazy madness, crazy ish, man. Crazy ish, like 4,000 miles. How you gonna swim that? Do you know how far that is? Crazy things, man. All right. And then there was an update in Oakland, Chinatown. They called for Governor Newsom to declare a state of emergency because two guys shot, one killed. One of them was trying to stop the robbery. They shot him in the belly, and they killed him. Okay. There was a danger August the 11th, Siberian wildfire, bigger than all the fire combined together. Okay. They don't have enough folks. That guy was living there for 40 years. He never seen anything like that. Okay. California wildfire, Algeria caught on wildfire. Okay. Myanmar got over 3,000 cases a day. Brevard Health First in Florida banned visitor as hospitalization reached new record in all Broward County. The hood is fine. Texas hospital turns to overflow tents as D variant fuel surge. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, keep taking this. I don't know why.
She needs y'all to home.
Okay. All right.
Big Dan.
All right then. So, all right. Let me see. A push for the plague cure mandate become more political charge. Governor of Florida plans to withhold pay for a school administrator if they mended veils, their face. Biden looking into ways to pay them who do use veils. Support for mandatory crew, roughly 1,000 responded. 56% Democrats, 80% opposite, 37% Republican, 35%. Officer fires shot in school parking lot at Little Out. Still this day, they have no idea why this guy did this. 3 brothers die after being stuck in a manure pit. That's a hashy way to go. Those 3 brothers fell into a manure pit. They are no longer. All praises to the Most High. Algeria wildfire was all over. This is August the 12th. All over. Okay. Remember that dude? He took both of his little children. He went to Mexico, and then he took a spear gun. He harpooned them in the heart. And then when they arrested him, and he said the reason why he did this is because he knows for a fact that his wife has serpent DNA. They were going to control the world, and he did this to them, which is spiritually speaking, yes, it is the truth. For those of you who remember, give the Most High praises and glory, man. Crazy things. Mm. Woo! All right. There was a woman on a live Zoom meeting. They heard a loud boom, and she fell on the floor. Her toddler shot her in the head. All praises to the Most High. 7 people in a hospital getting struck by lightning at the Bronx beach. They went to a hospital, brothers. Anybody can tell us the name of the hospital? What was the name of the hospital? Anybody remember? In the Bronx, remember that in the Bronx? They got struck by lightning. They went to a hospital. The hospital had a funny name. Boy, I'm gonna need more water. The name of the hospital. The name of the hospital was Jacobi. Thank you, Eve Bedford. Jacob. I am Jacob. Jacobi. You just sit there like, you got to be kidding me. The name of the hospital is Jacobi. Crazy, man. All praises. All right. US sent 3,000. That was in August. I'm seeing August the 12th, U.S. sent over 3,000 troops to retrieve the people over there in Afghanistan. Out of those 3,000 troops, I believe 12 of them or 13 of them didn't make it. And when you watch all their faces, none of them look like us. All praises to the Most High. 38-year-old man shot outside room of Marietta Motel 6. Um, a Robinson R-44 helicopter crash outside Chicago executive airport. Injured fell at takeoff. It cost $35,000 or jail time for bad behavior on plane. 11-year-old boy with special needs using zip tie to plane. That there's so much things that guy was fighting people. They duct tape his ass to do this. Crazy, man. 17-year-old rapper killing parked car. We don't care. Couple kills in I-96 crash and one-way drunk drivers in Detroit. And they'll keep seeing this, brothers. They'll keep seeing a lot of one-way crashes. Again, the ley line, okay? um that was the same day we find there was a shooting in the neighborhood. Okay, the street that was the shooting happened, the place called Oak Ridge Circle and Oak Ridge Drive, which brought us to the Oak Fast, the Oak Tree Fast, which is Exodus 1 verse 7, which is going to be fulfilled. Coyote bites small child in Provincetown Beach. Park ranger warns they have taken more reports of normal. Russia blast out sounds was very loud. Eyewitness of incident with bus in Voronezh. Student fell from second story Legend High School in Gwinnett County. Okay. Our beloved sister Lisa Cabrera reported that Europe had a hot day. There was a heat dome over Europe. They call it Lucifer. That was incinerated Sicily, Italy. The U.S. averaging 10,000 new plague cases each day in Florida alone. D Valiant. Shark sighting reported at Lido Beach and Rockaway Beach. Two sighting this day. Second, that was the two sighting in one day. Okay, they had to close the beach. iPad set up in his room to talk him through. He's unable to respond. Let me see. Oh yeah. That was that guy that was in the medical coma. And August 13th, 8.1 earthquake near Gryton, Viking, South Georgia, and the South Sandwich Island. Okay, spotted. Washington first live murder hornet of 2021. Those murder hornets, they keep finding a lot of those things. All right, there was a Albuquerque middle school shooting. It happened on the third day of school. A 13-year-old boy died. And August 14th, a 7.2 earthquake strikes Haiti, and a tsunami also. It was a very small tsunami. Where it happened in Haiti, it happened in the place that they were going to celebrate this idol. Till this day, they count 7,000 people died. Perfection. Those were the halls that were going to worship that saint, that idol. The Most High killed 7,000 of them. Okay, a 6.9 earthquake in the same day hit Alaska. The thing is that they are finding out every time anything 7.0 and above will take 100 years to happen. For instance, the 7.0 earthquake that happened in 2010 and 2010 in Haiti was supposed to happen in 2110. It would have taken 100 years to happen again. Yet it only took 11 years. That means their little devices got everything wrong about science. Okay. All right. Oof. 40 million people rely on Colorado River is now drying up. Okay. There was a snowstorm in Africa, Lesotho. Teen dies in hospital after being hit by a distracting driver. She was riding her horse. They hit her so hard that the horse died instantly. And August 15, new wildfires breaking out in Salt Lake City, Utah. Thousands evacuated. I-95 impacted. Multiple crews battling Parley Canyon fire. In 3 hours, blaze grew over 2,000 acres. Nephew of Tennessee State Representative Todd Warner found murdered in West Nashville. The body of a 22-year-old James William Warner, known as Will, was driven to utility system work found by Metro co-workers shot to death. Afghanistan president left the country while Taliban surrounded Kabul. That guy flee. That guy look at his feet, say, "Holy feet, holla feet, don't fail me now." He gone. As I be Monday, guy got turned into Speedy Gonzalez. He out of the country. All right, the Taliban took over. There was heavy flooding in Alexandria, Virginia, as storms whipped. Millions surged to seek shelters as flood, landslide in Japan. Till this day, brothers, they never said anything about Japan. What happened? There was a bus rollover crash in New York City. 57 people were in that bus. The driver was 66 years old. When they go to the place where the bus business is situated at, the number of the place is 192. 66, 6 plus 6, 12. 1 plus 9 plus 2 equals 12. 57 people in the bus, 5 plus 7 equals 12. You can't make that up. All praises to the Most High. The mother of the guy that was in the bus, she said the bus was driving fine. Next thing they know, the bus is flipped upside down and then start rolling. We know that was the Leela, and we give the Most High all praises and everything. In Georgia, over 500 sheep got struck by lightning. Okay, men accused of setting 13 fires outdoor structures, trash, Chelsea, and Manhattan. That's when they caught the fellow, the wine tester fellow. I don't know, like Somalia. Wow. On August 16th, Carnival Cruise Vista ship concern after 27 plague cases of people who already had the cure. Jerusalem on fire. That holy city. They evacuated people. They keep this very... Hey, what about Haiti? There's an earthquake over there. Okay, at least 20 killed in Lebanon. Fuel take fire. There's a fuel shortage in Lebanon, the mafia and all that. And a group of guys, they find a fuel tank and they were getting fuel. Somehow an argument broke, and one guy said, I can light this H down and burn everybody here. That guy said, "You lie." That guy pull a lighter and light up the whole thing. That got a small argument happened that got light up the whole thing, and an explosion. Everybody got burned. People died. Crazy thing, man. Wow. Family hurt in a Coolidge explosion in the same day. Same family who had run. There was an explosion in the house. The same family got into a run with some ex-convict that escaped, some stuff like that. F2 tornado hits Grub Height, Germany. There was a woman. Remember that woman, brothers, sisters? Remember the woman had her cell phone filming. She was speaking some German. Somehow everybody speak those German words. They understood. The Most I bring the pain, the fear onto them. Okay. 1 killed, 3 hospital and fatal crash near Poly Heights in Long Beach, Pacific on 21st Street, 21. All praises to the Most High. 1 killed, 2 injured when car crashed into police catches fire in Dania Beach in the same day. Sacramento man 68 dies in fiery head-on crash along Hyde 5 in Woodland. A 27-year-old woman was driving in the other lane. One-way crash. All right. There was a ball that breaks out at the stadium. I don't know what happened. Some dude, when they have stadiums, some places are made for a fan. Some other places for made the other fan. Somehow, some dude coming out of somewhere went into the place wearing a different shirt, and then he start talking smack. And then they grab that fellow, they bring him into the thing, and they beat the spirit out of that guy. Oh, they beat the blessing out of they beat the arrogance out of that guy. There was a little lady, a security guard that came and tried to start the fight. They punch her like they were punching a man. Crazy thing, man. Woo! Thousands of sand dollars. I didn't even know sand dollars were an animal. Wash up to Oregon coast. The Most High make the beach so smelly they could not enjoy the blessing. Okay. The driver killed after surrounded by suspect and ATV dirtbag, Stony Brook Drive, and 2700 Black. Okay, so on August 17th, thousand flee wildfire near French Riviera. The family was on vacation. Explosion report in Long Island City, India, and evacuated Kabul. Caldor fire all over. 6.1 earthquake in Papua New Guinea. LA encampment ban protests violent. Catastrophic flood in Russia. Shocking video show alligators attack during kids' birthday party. Remember that guy? There was a woman, there was a kid's birthday. To the kids, it seemed it was an act. And she hand over the gator some food, and the gator bite her hand and then do the death roll. It was a guy, he wasn't an alligator wrestler. He was a dude that was there, jump in there, wrestle the alligator, get her hand out of that alligator mouth. Crazy things, brethren. August 8th, in San Francisco, plague vaccination rules go into effect in the businessman. Customer was wearing a shirt. The shirt say Eden, which is message to us that we're going back to Eden. August 18th, residents scramble to escape advancing flame and called fire. Anger in Lebanon after the fuel tank, people start taking the street. $5 billion lawsuit accused former Tampa Islamic youth fellow of drugging the boys and molesting them. They didn't say anything about hey, well, he molests them. Yeah. Since when rapists drug you and then you fall asleep and then they just molested you? Oh hell no. Parents of two holding hand in hospital dies days after Western Wisconsin ATV crash. Okay, they were sharing the garden and stuff. They died. Okay, they died in an ATV accident. They were trying to give people food and stuff. Something happened, an ATV accident. Okay, they died. Expressway, she just Evergreen Park teacher Denise All, she died. She was 45 years old. She just celebrated the 45 year of wedding anniversary with her husband. The husband name was Michael. All praises to the Most High. Crew exhausted and called off fire. Men arrested after hatchet attack in Lower Manhattan. Remember that guy? That dude walked up into a bank. He had no issue with no one. He had a little axe in his hand. Wow, that guy, he axed the dude in his leg. He axed him, and then he break the ATM and he walk away. All praises. August 19th, France still on fire. The whole thing. All right. Gun battle breaks out between feuding neighbors. 15-year-old girl nearly got shot in bedroom. In Mobile, Alabama, if you need an ambulance, it might not be available. There are so many people that was going to the hospital to the plague. They had to use the firefighters' trucks to transport CV people. All right. There was a DC bomb suspect. Remember that guy that went to DC with a bunch of freaking stuff in his car and then he was live streaming it on Facebook? What's the update on that, brothers? Anybody can give us an update on that dude? What did they do to this dude? That guy came in close to DC Capitol, DC, with the freaking stuff in his truck. Nothing happened to him. Okay, Chicken Prepper say he went to federal prison. Okay, that's good. See how the media keep him down low? The good Lord forbid that guy was one of those Black Panther, one of those malls guy. Oh, you would have never ceased to hear about this thing. And our people will have lose their freaking mind. Big Levi, they got one of our dude. We need to do this. We need to do that. Yo, man, the Most High is in control. Chill. Oh yeah, he was off his meds. The usual. Whatever, man. All right. 26-year-old man threatens to steal airplanes, strip off clothes. That guy was naked in the airport. He threatened to steal an airplane. Crazy. 26-year-old woman dies under mysterious circumstances. Foreman put her in a car. Okay. She had her lips was burned and they found her dead in a Uber. Mysteriously. Woman found dead in home. She was 72-year-old Doris Williams, 7 plus 2. Gulf Coast redneck Riviera is a hot spot for viruses. Crazy. There was a tropical storm, Fred, deadly North Carolina flooding, leaves 2 dead and 20 missing. Drop foot a foot of rain in 3 days. In one day, they drop a foot of rain. Worms were turning slow floating projectiles. $300 million in damage. That flood that happened that day. Okay. 3 U.S. senator test positive for the plague. Friday morning wildfire, Caldo still spreading. Turkish men trying to save a rabbit from the wildfire. 2 bodies found in straining UTV near Camp Creek. Those people were riding a UTV. The flood water, that's how we told you the water is not coming from the sky. It's not coming from the cloud. Those people were driving a UTV. They heard a gushing water. It wasn't raining. When they turn around, by the time they didn't even get out of the UTV. The flood water took them. They found them, both of them, seatbelt strapping, dead in the water. Okay, at Hollywood Burbank, 2 airplanes clips each other. One-way crash kills 3 people in Stevenson Expressway. Police raid illegal casino and then Fountain Valley. Good Samaritan stop attacks on elderly men in San Francisco, and then that guy was literal. That guy was a literal cowboy. He is literal San Francisco cowboy. Saved the guy. He literally called himself a cowboy, and he's a cowboy, and he's. That guy is a cowboy. We're a little cowboy. He called himself proud cowboy. And he was truly cowboy. That guy is into cowboyism. When you check the San Francisco area, that is, you sit there, brothers. You like the most got a great sense of humor. That guy is a literal cowboy with a cowboy hat. He called himself a cowboy. He proudly say, "Oh, I'm founder of Earth Love and stuff." And I call myself a cowboy, and I have this hat, and I start like, all praises, man. You can't make that up, man. You just sit there like, hey, man, you can't make this up. You can't make that up, man. All praises, man. Crazy. Anyway, beloved, in that day, suspect Zion and Jacob killed Victor Lazo. Zion was 20 years old. Jacob was 18. Victor was 27 years old. You can't make that up. Zion and Jacob killed the conqueror. The northern and the southern kingdom take out the enemy. All praises to the Most High. You can't make that up. And the 2 brothers flee. Till this day, they don't know what happened. Okay? At least 2 men dead. One man is 86 years old. The other man is 68 years old in the flooding landslide in North Carolina, Mountain County, I believe. Haywood County in North Carolina Mountain. 2 men. One 86, the other dude was 68. Oh, praises to the Most High. Those things, you cannot make them up, brothers. This is not, those are Illuminati putting those numbers over there. No, they can't. They can't do these things. They don't have the power to do this. That guy was 98. He was 68. The other one was 86. They can't do this. All praises. All right. August 21st. New York City homecoming concert in Central Park. Remember that whole concert? The whole rain came in. Bunny Manolo, Barry Manolo, whatever the hell this dude name is. 40 million people in Tropical Storm Henry danger zone, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Some people could be without a power for a week. 16-year-old lifeguard dies after injury in Cape Mary. He took a boat out and wave knocked it over. He was unconscious. He didn't make it. Category 3 Hurricane Grace hits Mexico. What happened there? Excuse me. The hurricane hit Mexico, come back in the sea and come back again and hit Mexico. That's the second time that happened. Last year it happened. The hurricane hit. They call those things zombie hurricane. And then gun, and then he come back again and hit and then die there. They call those zombie hurricanes. So it happened last year. Woman charged after two men shot, killed in Flinking County. The homeowner shot the men. Okay? Remember, three people went rob. This woman, she went with two men. The homeowner shot the two men that she was with. They charged her with the murder. That's a law. That's their law. It's now turned upon them. Plane goes off runaway in Fort Lauderdale, malfunctioning and stuff. Okay. August the 22nd, a lot of heartache. Woman who lost her home in Tennessee flooding described the destruction. At least 45 people missing, 4 plus 9 and stuff. This area was 90% white, 6% black. That's all you need to know. Germany, scary nights. There was like flashing and stuff. That the thunderstorm turned the day into night. Russia, terrifying forest fire grow to a nuclear center near a village. Florida plague case, hospitalization, everything rise up. 2 people found dead inside of car in Miami-Dade Park. Till this day, they don't know what happened to them. August the 23rd, flash flood swept away twins from the father's arm. Okay, the guy, the water took them. He said he heard a boom. And next thing you know, his door busted. The windows busted and the water coming and rushing. That was the mother box that opened a boom tube, and then boom, the water flooded. Okay. So Loretta Lynn Ranch, 4 men. Okay, that foreman fellow, he died. New York had serious flooding from Hurricane Andrew, flooded Major Parkway. That was in New York. Invasion of capybaras or capybaras in Argentina. Okay, that was a sister. That was a black woman that went in their door and knocked on their door and saved everybody. She could not save herself. Okay, all praises to the Most High. Phil Valentine. I thought that was our Phil, but all praises to the Most High. It was a scumbag Phil Valentine. Conservative radio talk show die of the plague. Brutal attack arrest made after delivery made bloody attack. Additional suspects sought. Victim fell and hit his head and fell unconscious. Okay. Chris man, a Waverly resident say it is forever changed. Chris Christ man say this town is done. This is not your town anymore. It is done. Okay. So mother and daughter lose home after flooding destroy home. The daughter took the video of her mother being rescued in jet. Waverly Church of Christ helped displaced family. Jody Cox saw her house is 2 houses after her house was like 2 miles away or something like that. And then they say that we don't need any more of your close donation. We need the money. Bring that money. The guy that was reporting, the journalist that was reporting, that guy name was Levi Ismail. You can't make that up. The dude name was literally Levi Ismail. Okay. Family hopes to find 20 stuff. Employee strap cash, save her groceries. California fire. Mother accusing of killing daughter, stabbing 2 other relative in Northwest Miami. Again, I'm gonna say this. You see now how the people that are messing with conspiracy theories, how they are killing their own children. This woman, he went to a neighbor. He said, neighbor, did you take the vax? He said, don't take the vax. Everybody that took it going straight to hell. And then right after she did that, she had a 15-month-old baby. She took a giant knife. She walked the baby over, took the baby, go to the husband, stab the husband, go to the 12, 16-year-old daughter, stab the 16-year-old daughter, stab herself. The same dude that harpooned her daughter and her son because they have DNA, serpent, all those garbage. Those things have spirits on them. Stay away from this wine. Stay out of it. Anybody want to dabble with conspiracy theories? All they worry about that vax. Let them. They will. The armor will have a crack on it, and then the demon will jump. Next thing you know, they murder every single person in their house because you do not have faith on the Most High. You have faith in demon and Satan. All praises. Okay, the Taliban mocks the U.S. by recreating the Iwo Jima flag hoisting. Man, that was a slap in the face. Okay, that guy, the captain, the tyranny, vaccine tyranny, tyrant, Christian Ganucci. This guy was Christian Granucci, the firefighter. Remember the captain? You know, I give 30, I give 31 years. I literally bled for this fire. Tyranny, whatever, man, whatever. Okay, and then August the 24th, woman last words before flood took her stream on Facebook. Remember, she was streaming everything on Facebook, nervously trying to light a cigarette. The flood took her. She's no longer. And then after. Oh man. After the flood, they're reporting looting. They caught a bunch of guys looting. What did they do to those guys? What did they do to those guys that was looting? What did the police do to them? After the Waverly flood over there in Tennessee. Thank you, Lanisi. They let them go. They let them go. You did not see those guys' faces on the news. You did not hear the news anchor call the cops. You did not hear none of that. They find those guys looting the hell out of. Oh, hey, Sherry, what's going on, bro? Come quick, help us with this Haitian in the back of the car. They helped them. They left. Nothing happened. The same thing happened during this IDA thing. Those people were looting places and stealing things. Yet you didn't see nothing. They didn't say anything. They shut the hell up. Oh yeah, that guy came in. They stole a bunch of the. That guy like, you got to be kidding me, man. Look, yo, little Johnny, what are you doing, man? Hurry up, man. Let's go back to. I gotta talk to you about my brother, man. Look, listen, you're making me look like a bad uncle here, man. Take whatever you take, and I'll see you at home. You know, make sure you put something in the shed in the back. You know, that ATV, put it in the back and put it for me over there. Yeah, this is small town. Everybody knows everybody. They swagger jack the whole thing and they fill up their houses. Nothing happened to those guys, brothers. All praises. Crazy things, beloved. Crazy things. All right. Let me see. There are so many things happen here. El Dorado County resident reacts to Highway 50 closure due to the Caldor fire. 1 kill and fire crash in Northwest Miami. 9-foot tall, 300-old ant hill discovered in Norway. Those people think that was some cute stuff. That's not what that is. There was a small plane crash on 5 freeway in San Diego. Fiery big risk crash in Elk Grove. Vehicle wheels offward. Crashes. Dump truck. Remember that dump truck, brothers? Remember that dump truck? The dump truck left the highway, run through a first apartment building, pierce the outside, running, and hit another apartment and hit a room and kill somebody in there. Till this day, the guy, they don't know what happened. They're like, they never give us any update, but we know it was something. What was it, brothers? Yeah, they call it a missile truck. Till this day, they're like, how did this? They keep the truck. What kind of speed this truck was going, brothers? They asked, like, what kind of speed that thing was going? The truck went to a first apartment, pierce it. Do you know what it takes, brothers, to pierce an apartment building and pierce it in the back and pierce another one and go into a woman? The ley line, man. The ley line. Crazy, man. Crazy things. Oh boy, we got a lot to go. Let's see. I'm just speaking up things people can remember. All right. All right. And the Daily Beast, that's a newspaper, ultra-vax Israelis crisis are dire, warning to America. Quote, I don't want to frighten you. Israel plague czar Dr. Salman Zakar told Parliament. But the numbers don't lie. You don't hear this in the news. He's catching hell over there. Remember that prime minister came in, Naftali? Sir Naftali said, hey man, you guys, if you don't take this cue, man, you are delaying the Messiah arrival. But I thought he was over there already. We met him. We saw him kissing men with a mask and the glasses. Hey, who say this? This guy, take him in the back and do stuff to him. You are delaying the Messiah arrival. Take this cue, then you will accelerate the arrival if you take this cue. Complete madness. You like what? That has nothing to do with biblical stuff, man. What is this? Why are you telling this? The whole thing, man. The whole thing is backward. You just sit there like, what is this? What's going on now? You people said you defeated this thing. You remove everything. And then now, oh, well, you guys have to take this because Jesus won't be able to come. Get out of here, man. All right. All right. That was the same day a woman was at that Trump rally. They asked her, okay, well, are you taking the cue? Say, oh hell no, I'm not gonna take the cue and stuff like that. It is time for God to separate the sheep from the goat. The guy said, okay, which one of you? Me? I'm the goat. I'm the goat because I'm not gonna follow. I'm the goat. You cannot make this hash up, brothers. You cannot make this up. You sit there, you see how the Gentiles straight up out of their own mouth, straight out of the horse's mouth, telling you that they are the goats. I ain't no sheep, I'm a goat. Okay, well, all praises. Thank you. Thank you. And stuff like that. Oh boy, that's High Point woman dies in western North Carolina flooding. Her name was Naomi. We know Naomi was the one who instructed the roof how to uncover Boraz's feet and do certain with Boraz. That was Naomi. She was a coach, taught her how to grill some hot dogs and all those stuff. And the guy found in the whole rubble, brothers, and the guy found a plate. Can anybody remember what was the picture that was in the plate that he found? Out of everything, the Mosai left us. Out of everything, beloved, So the guy found a plate. What was the picture? Anybody remember that? So he found a plate. It's like, oh, hey, that's my plate right here. Like, you got to be kidding me. That's Azariah. The most I mocked him. The most I mocked him. The most I showed him the picture and said, where was he? Where was that guy? He was supposed to go there. At least he could have walked on that flood and then save people. He could have just like Michael Jackson moonwalk on the flood. Put a show, damn it. He wasn't there. The Most High mocked him. The Most High says, Caesar Borgia, the beast, the mark of the beast, the Antichrist himself wasn't there. Look what happened to your people. One of the many Antichrists, he said the Caesar Borgia wasn't. I'm like, you see, brothers, you can't make, when you're watching this with the spiritual eyes, you're like, oh, praises to the Most High, man. You can't make that up. You just sit there, you literally see the guy put a picture. He's like, out of all, everything out of that guy's house is gone. The only one thing he found was the picture, the plate. The Most High showed him, famine is coming. Guess what you're going to eat? You're going to eat this image. Your God. All praises. Okay, 2-year-old boy, wondering, he fell into the lake. He died over there in Fort Lauderdale. 14-year-old boy, Aiden Fucci, who stabbed that girl 70 times. And then they find out her mother was washing her jeans. She's a good mother, though. She was protecting her boy. That's what that is, you mothers out there, protecting your son. You know, this is time for the Gentiles to protecting their sons too, because Haitian happening, they are not under the blessing. And there's a video show Aiden, oh, hey, demon, you're not taking my soul. A lot of people say it's fake, and I say it's real. All right, all praises to the Most High. Let me see. Okay, all right. The grandmother name was Deborah. Okay, the grandmother of the little boy that fell in, Deborah Titus. Okay, the witness was there. His name was, there were two cowboys. Remember, two guys in the boat. You can make this up. You got two cowboys in the boat. And one of the cowboy name was Ham. The other guy name was Edgar. Behind his head, brothers, behind that cowboy head, the Most High showed you straight up why he did this. Behind that other cowboy head, the Most High put a number. What was the number, beloved? Behind that guy's head, the Most High put the number and said, this is why I did this. And the guy sit there explaining. I'm like, what? Two guys in a boat? What? This is a wrong scenario right there. What is this? The whole thing is upside down. It's like, lately, you see the Most High have judgments is heavy upon the cowboy community. You're like, man, there's a lot of things happening to you cowboys out there, man. And ever since that guy was, thought he was getting into a bakery shop, a candy shop, a cookie shop, he found out it was a butcher shop. Yeah, like, well, it's a huge salami, hot dogs and sausages and pickles and aubergine, eggplant. Like, what the hell is it? This is not a cookie stuff. Where are the cookies? Why there's a cowboy hat on the floor right here? There's a horse here. What are you? Why are you wearing cowboy boots and a cowboy star? The guy say, hey man, you know what that is, man. Let's do this thing and get done with it. A lot of judgment, and the guy shot him in the back. You would have, I don't know how you shot a man in front of you. You end up shooting this guy in the back. Like, why? A lot of stuff. The number was 27. 2 plus 7, destruction. All right. The Most High had judgment upon those people. Australia painted as a dystopia nightmare. World reacts to lockdown lunacy. Share around the globe, 1,000 fines. 681 penalty was covered, okay? In 24 hours, 400 of those notices were again for people being outside their homes without a reasonable excuse. So that was in Australia. August the 25th, excuse me. That was the woman that went over there and tried to save those people, and she could not save herself. And there's a movie that I show a clip. Anybody remember that movie? It's called The Caller Maid, who is constantly late. Okay, Chris David Humphrey, and then this woman, they teach our people from birth how to save other folks, but never save themselves, or will put themselves in danger to save other people, because you will go to heaven if you do this. Whatever. There was two Chris Davis. There was Chris Davis, the sheriff, another Chris Davis. I don't know. Could be that hillbilly and breaded bucktooth monster that was his brother's lost father or his lost son that he fathered with his sister. We don't know. All praises to the Most High. A plane clips a car, and the grandmother was with her little granddaughter in the car. She got hit. She thought she got hit by a freaking a 18-wheeler. And next, she looked at next to her was a freaking airplane. All praises, man. Brawl at the Checkers in Fayette. Okay, there was a fight at the the tutor. You gotta love and hate the tutor. This dude went to work. He went to work girded. He hide the sword somewhere just in case. That guy is just in case. The woman came with her son and then have her son fighting the guy. That guy looked like a straight transformer. They were fighting. And then when the mother's son start losing, she used her purse and start strangling people with her purses and pull them off. That guy pull a gun. The whole thing is like, what the hell is going on? What is this? The whole thing make no sense. Till this day, they have no idea why that fight fought. Probably somebody they mean, I order bacon, you did not give me bacon, you give me beef. Ah, boy. Oh boy. All right. And that same day, a two-third walk up to a guy. He was there with his wife, enjoying some food with his daughter, with his son, and the guy came in and popped him for no reason. When they arrested the guy, they say he was a mushroom. So, whew. All right. And that same day, our beloved sister Lisa Cabrera bought a heat wave that killed all the Christmas crap. Okay, those people gonna have a horrible Christmas over there. And then a wind took up one of those kite surfer in Fort Lauderdale and slammed him in a wall. All right. August the 26th. Yeah, the stop the search for the flood. The guy that was reporting, his name was Aaron Cantrell. Aaron. That guy name was Aaron. The other dude name was Levi. You cannot make this up. Those were the only two black guys in this place. Levi and Aaron. You can't make this up, man. The Most High speaking, he said he raised the priests. They are here. Which again, I'm not one of them. So driver speeds away heading men off Hill Street, later arrested on DUI charges. Let me see. Oh boy. Yeah, there was an arrest made and a brutal beating in the store. Two guys was fighting in the store. One brutally get attacked. Both of them run. The guy that got stopped run, and they find him somewhere. They're like, "Why did you run, dude?" And it's like, "Why would you run? You got stopped. Why did you flee the place?" Just tell you like, something was going on over there. And that same day, there was a giant snowball that was dropped in Kabul airport. 12 U.S. soldiers did not make it. Okay, 170 Afghan didn't make it. On August the 27th, another threat by ISIS and Kabul and whatever. There was giant Asian hornet nest found in Washington State. Again, nearly 1,500 found. Okay, those things are all over, and the Most High going to unleash it. Hurricane Ida is a Category 1. Governor declares state of emergency. More than 2,000 deaths a day the U.S. became because of the plague. Okay, brothers, 2,000 deaths a day is no joke. Most of you are working in a place you don't even have 1,000 people work there. Can you imagine one day you show up there, everybody's gone? Can you imagine at your workplace you pop up there, no one is there? Not only everybody at your workplace is gone, you go to the store, everybody at the store is gone. You go home in your neighborhood, you see fewer and fewer people. That's what happened. August the 28th, people are taking the medicine that kills worms and horses called ivermectin. Okay, horse medicine. The emergency women are loaded with those people, just crazy. Allman Biden read Isaiah 6 verse 8. It was the right verse, okay? Say, oh, he read the wrong verse. But it was the Most High made him read the correct verse, yes. Third accident on this lay lie the second time. That was the beloved brother Ivory Farm that sent us those things. I-79 reopens nearly 2 hours after vaccine truck crash. There is a vaccine truck that flipped and crashed, brothers. The truck crashed in the street. The street name is Goshen. I kid you not. The street name where the vaccine truck flipped and crashed, the street name is Goshen. All praises to the Most High. Which the Most High tell you straight up, brothers. You are in Goshen, you are protected, and you are going to this physical Goshen. We give praises and glory, man. All right. Let me see. We're almost done. August the 29th. Let me see. August the 29th. People are falling and getting hurt because of the milk crate challenge. The fill up emergency. Hurricane Ida hit New Orleans as a category 4. Shots fired in Times Square. Unclear if anyone was shot. Spain, terrible flooding, cars, streets. Space weather. Just like 3 more CMEs are coming. Okay, they already hit. Wait, that's why it's of September gonna be. Woo! Yes. Building in China burned. Building in Italy burned. Okay. Excuse me. Beloved sister Lisa Cabrera, Central Florida, 14 portable morgues because too many people are dying, but over 50 bodies. One of them can hold about 50 bodies. Murder suspect shot after firing gun into Plano Police Department, 400 block, Forest Gate, no outlet. You can't make that up. The name of the street is 400 block, no outlet. Once that 400 years is done, no outlet. You can't get out. August the 30th, the Milan Inferno, the story stuff, the story, the high-rise building caught on fire. Thanks to America, the Taliban now have an air force. 1 million people out of power in Hurricane Ida. And the Taliban has like a womb, brothers, loaded with cash, $100 bills, brand new, billions. Billions. Those guys can rebuild their country with that money. Well, if they choose, because right now it's useless, okay? Woo! The fires on Lake Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe, the plague hits daily average 100,000 hospitalization. Hurricane Ida ravaging Louisiana, but those people keep talking about Katrina. They never say anything about Ida. John Bartel at Echo Summit Lodge with firefighter battling cattle fighter. They have the equipment. They were like they had plastic buckets and that little snow making machine, which is not what that is. Okay, there are little holes and stuff. They got little devices, not technology. They don't have none of this. And I showed with the Green Lantern, meet Solovar and all that stuff. And that thing was in South Lake Tahoe. The people were fleeing from Lake Tahoe. All this thing. Sister Lisa upload a video about Europe ready to ban the U.S. travel because this plague is out of control here. Okay, the plague surging in Valiant School, men charge with heading pedestrian. Lakeview was on probation. That guy been killing every time they let him out. He been killing people. Those are the Most High left-hand demons that are out there doing stuff. Okay, August the 31st, the last day. What need to happen now in Louisiana at Category 4? Ida, the levees need to rebuild and all that nonsense. People stuck in the attic. Miami-Dade bus driver die of plague, at least one a day for 7 days, brother. This is no joke. Biden faces heat for checking time. The guy just look at his watch. That's it. They were giving him a lot of stuff. U.S. military disabled aircraft, my ass, to show the Taliban members. American left a lot of money and guns and ammo. Thanks to America, they have a air force. All praises to the Most High, beloved. I skip a lot of things. I skip way more stuff. I just bought things that the people remember. All praises to the Most High. Give the Most High praises, brothers. We had a great month. August was filled with high notes. All praises, beloved. All praises. The Most High is not playing. Yes. Woo! Brethren, Sistren, you see it, you understand it, you see all the clues, everything the Mosai left. The Mosai give us a great month. The Mosai is not playing, beloved. He is in the midst of doing all those things. The Mosai, yes, beloved brother Phil, please email me up email. Let me know. I will check that up, please. If I need to know about this. Beloved, there are a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on, brothers, the sisters. There. Oh boy, I'm so tired. There are so much going on, brethren. So much. The Mosai is moving. Um, the Golden Plates, published in 1946 by Florence Pierce. As soon as I get it set up in PDF, please do that so we can pass it on to the nation and let the nation know. We received a beautiful email from one of the sisters. She was reading the book of Isaiah we referred the book of Isaiah that connected to the Mormon, the book of Mormon. You know, Nephi was pulling from Isaiah. YAHAWAH, Yeshua, Jesus Christ was pulling from Isaiah. And this book that we're reading there, this woman pulled a lot of stuff from Isaiah, and that is why they say in the book of Isaiah, no other books in the Bible can match it. Okay, so Isaiah, the book of Isaiah is pretty good. Our people are reading, man. You know, that's why I love this nation. Everybody's reading, everybody's doing their own research. People are sending things. Big Levi, look at this, look at that. I found this. The Holy Spirit brought me to that. No conspiracy theories, man. It's been months now. I would say it's been at least 7 to 8 months. I never received one conspiracy email. That's why the people stay. Brothers having dream confirmation, calling me privately, give the Most High glory. Certain things has been confirmed unto them, and I told them this is personal. This cannot be revealed unto the nation until when the Most High crack the sky open. They will witness it. There are certain things that the Most High reveal unto you. Test the spirit, brethren. Test every spirit. Test my spirit. Test everybody, beloved. Okay, a lot of people been doing a lot of stuff, brothers. And again, yes, it is good to take a break. Like I said, tomorrow, beloved, we are calling the holy fast for nullification and null and void fast, cease and desist from sunrise and sundown. You're going to pray in the 10th hour today. Well, tomorrow, when you're going to pray tomorrow, the 10th hour, your prayer going to be strictly for nullification, void, cease and desist of all the laws, their grip, their little rules and stuff that they have upon all people. Okay, no more of this garbage. Just stop this. Send your prayer to the Most High and then watch. Watch what the Most High is going to do. Okay, pray for that, brothers. Okay, again, after tomorrow, the 2nd, you may not see me. I'm gonna take a little break. Okay, I'm just going to rest a little. Okay, after each month, we do a little 1 day or 2 day rest. If you don't, I don't know yet. If you don't see me doing the prayers, brothers, I'm fine. It's just I'm resting a little. I'm just resting a little. 1, 2, 3 days will be good for me. I will come back fresh. Okay, please. If you see this, just give the Most High glory. Pray at home. Watch things and just enjoy yourself. If you can rest, rest too. But still praying, brothers. We have to pray every single day. Okay, all right. Brethren, it is good to do those things. The Most High love this. He's very happy with us. He's very pleased with the nation. He's very pleased, brothers, that every single day for 1 year straight, but at least for 3 years now, for 2 years now, his people being not everything that come out of the mouth is them, is him. Every thought has to do with him. They keeping the law. They do the best to their ability. They do everything that they can to get close to him, and he love it. He love it. Okay, the Most High love it. He loved the whole nation when we focus on him, when we focus on his work, and when we focus on his glory. There is no bull jiving here, brethren. We cannot bull jive here. We cannot do certain things. Again, we don't attack other camps. We don't attack any other brethren that are in doing the work of the Most High, whether they do it a little bit different than us, the same way that we are doing it. Okay, there is a shift, and I see our beloved brother Rab the News are catching hell right now because he's telling the people, "Hey, man, this is those people turn. This is their you guys need to well, payment. This is your payment." And certain people like, thumb down the video, certain slick comment because they love when our brothers are pumping onto us, when our brothers are screaming about Jacob's trouble. Okay. And I've been seeing some other channels that focus a lot on Africa. Now it's kind of like they're kind of bringing some stuff now saying, hey, the plague is upon you now. What you gonna do? Remember the whole Jacob's trouble doctrine, they say nothing going to happen to those people. They say nothing, everything's going to happen to us and stuff. They say when they bought that mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, that's what they claim, it's going to be forced upon us and us alone. Well, at least their camp. And you see this none of this garbage is up, okay? None of this garbage. Be at peace, brothers. Be at peace. You got to stand firm in the Most High. Say, I'm at peace. Father told me, and I will not disobey him. Let nothing disturb your peace. Yes, brothers, here and there, we got a little discussion that, somebody says something. Some people feel a certain way. But when I'm talking about disturb your peace, like, know that I'm not protected or they coming for me. Nobody's coming for me. If anything, I am coming for them. Beloved, the Most High will put a spirit upon you, Jews and Gentiles alike. You will be a monster. The spirit that the Most High will put on you, brothers, you will be a bloodthirsty monster. You'll be a bloodthirsty, raging like monster. You will do things you will not be even be aware of it. That's the Most High. Be at peace, beloved. Okay, we spent a great time together. I really love spending time with my family, talking, reading, and then bring stuff. And I just want the people to understand that your beloved brother is doing all right. Thank you for all the support, brothers. Thank you for all the support, all the people that supporting. Oh, I read the beloved sister, Lizzie. She sent this letter to us. I think I read it yesterday, but I read it today. But freaking people over there messing with my internet. But shalom, big brother, Big Levi and family. I just wanted to say that we all love your lessons. My family and I can see how you have grown as a servant of the eternal Father. Please keep up the good work. I pray that the Most High God, Holy Spirit, and Yahusha continue to bless and cover you and your family as well. As you in these last days, please keep my family and I in your prayers, and we will do the same for you guys, for you guys too. Stay safe and focus until the end, brother, Sister Lizzie and Sister Catherine. Thank you for the beloved sisters for sending us those beautiful encouragement things. Those things really lift my spirit, and see the people watch how we grow after this 1 year that we had together. Focus on the Most High, praying unto Him, keeping His law, doing this thing. Don't raise anything above Him. That's one thing the Most High despise. The first chapter of Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, the Most High say, with your sacrifice and oblation are abomination unto me. You think you can come up with my loin and kill a bunch of bullocks and sheep and stuff? That's your that you think I find delight in this? No, no, I don't find delight in this. I find delight in your heart and your spirit. And then you can do the rest of the garbage and stuff. That's what the Most High look for. Your heart. Uncover your heart, brothers. This is very important. Now, brethren, as of today is Wednesday. We'll go to the fast tomorrow. And today is the first. We don't know. I don't know what happened today. There was so much thing. I was so busy. I don't know what I was doing today. What I was doing today. Oh yes, I did the test. A horrible sleep apnea test. They say wait a week. They will call me. What else? Zaga 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 zaga. Boy, I was asleep the whole day. Was it? Huh. No, I was out the whole day taking care of business. Yes, so everything is good now, brethren. Okay, so everybody pray, fast, repent, repeat. Make sure you guys keep pray on the 10th hour for the nullification, void, cease and desist of all their laws and everything that they try to do. Stop them at the head. Cease and desist of Satan and his associate. All right. Beloved, by the power the Most High vested in me, and you can take it anytime you feel like. Go in peace, okay? Maybe tomorrow you might have a video. I'll do the best that I can if I can put a video. But after tomorrow, well, it's already tomorrow. Well, let's say in 20 minutes tomorrow, the second, you're probably not going to see me for the third, the fourth, the fifth. I might be back on Sunday or Monday. I might be back on Monday or during this weekend, brothers. Okay, please be at peace. Okay, don't trouble yourself. I am all right. Just taking a little rest. Okay, liquid fast, good. Shalom. May the King reign forever.